I'm putting you guys here. Start. Load. Next day, I think I've selected the other one. Oh yeah, I did. I get ready for the sleepover after class. The guest room is already prepared for Leoji, and I have an extra mattress in my room for Ikea. Now the sleepover means you sleep in one room no matter what. You just change in the bathrooms or whatever while you're getting undressed to put your nightgowns on or so. A sleepover is where you sleep together. It does not take long before the first person arrives. After opening the door for Ikea, she glances around the living room with narrowed eyes. Your place looks smaller than I remember. You're the one that got bigger. Time sure flies fast. Ikea drops her buffel bag close to the table and takes a seat. I go to the kitchen to grab something to drink. Boom! Suddenly Leoji pops behind Ikea and grabs her shoulder, causing her to jump. Ah! Boom! Ikea twists around and glares at him. I just got traumatized from the attempted kidnapping. Did you really have to? That's why you should always stay on guard. I was right behind you, but you didn't turn around when I called your name. Leoji moves to the couch, and he trips over Ikea's bag and stumbles. Ah! Thanks, Karma. I return to the living room, seeing my friend's brother, Victor. What? Why did I say brother? You're here early, Leoji. I thought your after-school activities don't end until later. They don't, but I told them I had more important things to do. Like scaring the life out of your friend. I'm glad we're your first priority. By the way, I requested a guard for Ikea, but it seems like the police is lacking in staff. Apparently they can't get in contact with one of the investigators, and they're scrambling for his replacement. So I volunteered myself, and no one opposed it. Leoji glances at Ikea. Oh, they're gonna get together. With a chuckle. I think I'm doing great so far. You didn't even notice me. Something shifts in Kira's eye, and I know she is thinking about the past few days. I don't think anything is going to happen so soon, but you don't have to be scared anymore, Ikiraya. With you two around, there's no reason for me to be scared. She smiles innocently and pokes us playfully. Leoji and Ikiraya, you know what? If the police finds his body, we have the marks on the shovel, so they're gonna accuse us. Of course. Leoji and Ikiraya leaves their bags upstairs and we sit together in the living room chatting about things we've recently been into. The three of us do not get to see each other very often after school. On top of the class president and club duties, Leoji frequently helps out his dad with the police office. Meanwhile, Ikuya has been taking care of her older brother, who's easily prone to sickness. They have such a busy life compared to my own dull routine. Feels like time has been moving for everyone except me. What about you, Sky? What have you been doing? I looked up and blinked at him. Nothing much. I've been at home. That's so boring. Why don't you join a club? Where you're welcome in any club of mine. We're always looking for new members. None of them really catches my interest. Then make new friends. I'm already happy with you two. What about a boyfriend? Actually, I haven't heard anything about you, have I? The boyfriend question makes my cheeks flush red. Unless you already have one? Ikuya gives me a mischievous smile. I turn to Leoji for help, but he's curious as well. Oh, is Leoji not allowed here? What? Or Sky? Could it be Leoji himself is involved? Ikuya wistfully sighs and looks at me and Leoji like she's looking at a car wash. The hopeless destiny of love between childhood friends. I shake my head and sigh. Ikuya will not let this go until she's satisfied, so I decided to make something up. There is someone I like, but he is very reserved and I don't often get to speak with him. So you want to spice up the relationship, huh? Relationship? We're just acquaintances. This is the first time I hear you talking about anyone like that. He must be very special. Leoji, you're the relationship expert. Give her some advice. You must be joking. I've never been in a relationship before. You know I'm horrible at this kind of stuff. Well, let's say you're in a situation where someone likes you. What do you like them to do? Scratches his head, blushing a little. Both Ikuya and I looked at him attentively. I think Chain. I'm just thinking about Chain's death. And he said his other partner was missing, so that person might be dead too. So they're both together, resting in peace. Scratches his head, blushing a little. Both Ikuya and I looked at him attentively. I was not expecting the conversation to turn this way, but now we are all at it. I would like them to be straightforward, to avoid confusion. In other words, you would have to tell me in person. That approach might be too direct. It isn't as simple as that. How would someone know if you don't really say it directly? Gotta be yourself around them, act natural. It's better than the person you like is good friends at the same time. Gentlemen, that's where you get friend on before you have the chance. I don't think my bad habits should be part of my charm. Don't worry. That makes you cute, Sky, we know. Well, I'm flattered. I smile at them. The recent events have been getting to me, but talking to my friends cheer me up. It makes me think about how my life had turned around after meeting ZEIKUN. ZEIKUN. We frequently bump into each other. Still, I consider ZEIKUN more of an acquaintance than a friend. Then why do I keep worrying about him? Do I actually like him? He's a demon. What the heck? I just want to keep him company since he seems all alone all the time. He's just, no, I'm guessing he's going to be like, I'm going to take it. This is for your issue for, no. I think he's just messaging, no, you're dumb. This character's always dumb. I want him to know that not everyone thinks of him the same way. It's like, kind of like I can fix him a little bit, but he's not. I want to see them again. As the night falls, I make dinner for the OG and EQ. I feel like having dessert, but I do not have any at home. I'm going to the convenience store, so I'll be right back. No, you're gonna see that dude. Do you want me to go with you? Yeah, I can handle it. Nah, don't do that. There. Now I can handle it. It isn't that late. Oh wait, fuck. Now I can handle it. It isn't that late. There's not much to buy anyway. Oh, look at the sky! With bags filled with ice cream and delicious treats, I marched back home. I'm sure they'd be overjoyed with their favorite treats. Not Karadov! Karadov! He's not dead. When I turned the corner, I bumped into something large and fuzzy. I sat back and gazed at what stands before me. A huge beast! It looks familiar somehow. There are people passing by and none of them seem to notice. Could it be that I'm the only one that could see it? The beast glances at me for a second and then dashes away in the opposite direction. You go home. It reminds me of a cat creature I met once, but this is a lot bigger. I want to chase it again, but I changed my mind. My friends are waiting for dessert, and it's getting dark. I wonder if this is what ZEIKUN means about spirits within the village. Hey, I'm back! Huh, where are they? They're all silent. They're hiding. They're gonna be like, boom! I go upstairs to hear voices from my room. Be careful, please. I'm doing my best. Besides, it was your suggestion. This is so difficult. Then I'll do it. I hear both of them heavy sighs. Oh, that's my hair. Now they're trying to make it suggestive. But it's not. It's going to be a whole misunderstanding. Whoops. Maybe we should move the drawer for more space. That way I can reach for it better. Wait, fuck. I messed up. There's no more space. Never mind, you're not making any progress. Move aside. Okay, almost. A little bit more. Whoa! Seriously, what are they doing up there? I enter my room and turn on the switch. I find Ikira standing. Why are they doing this in the dark? I find Ikira standing in the middle of the room. Ryoji is on his knees with exhaustion clear on his face. Hey, you're finally back! My two friends making weird noises in the dark. It's not what you think. Told you. Ikura was acting silly and wanted to put her bunny hair bow on me. I was trying to get it off, but I accidentally got it stuck behind the drawer. The clutch bumped it against the light switch. I told her to find the switch, but she insisted to get her hair bow first. Talk about troublesome. But everything's fine now. We already got it back from you. I shake my head at the two. Even after all these years, they still act like children. You are children. What are you talking about? Don't fumble around in the dark. You could have bumped into something and got hurt. Boo! I just wanted my bunny bow back. This was a precious gift from my brother. We head back to the living room and dig into the food I brought from the convenience store. We chat for a bit longer until we start feeling sleepy. You gotta do like games and stuff, like a sleepover, like ooh, let's do this. I'll pull Ikura to my room and they start to follow us, but I stop him pointing at the guest room. You suck! That's not a sleepover! Why am I the only one sleeping in a different room? Exactly! I don't want you to stare at us while we're changing. Then go to the bathroom. That's what it's for. What kind of person do you think? Hello! Okay, you can hear me. I was about to say, but I hope it's not muted or not like, actually showing. It'd be just weird if it was like all muted and I'm like, fuck! Oh my god! Well then, I just realized my avatar was all down here. Everything's great down there. Nothing wrong with it. Let's get back together. Or get back to the game. We'll make sure it's not all over the place. Be like, woo! What kind of person do you think I am? A closet pervert? You're being rude to your friend. Leoji rolled his eyes and stuck in a small laugh. But it's not fair that you're having fun in here in the other room. It gets so lonely. Shut up and be lonely. You go to the bathroom and then you... Wouldn't that be like... Say in the comments or something. Wouldn't you say like a sleepover is like sleeping together in one room? And if you have to change, you go to the bathroom. I push him into the guest room and close the door. Oh, poor Leoji. You had no choice. My room can't fit 3 people. I'm sure you understand. Well, you had 3 people in the other timeline, not sleeping, but it was possible. This takes me back to elementary school sleepovers we had. We should do this more often. So fun. Without the OG because you're being a dick. I agree. It's Ikura. Besides me, I do not have to worry about her shortly after I fall asleep with a smile. Crash! A strange noise suddenly makes me laugh. I open my eyes and rub my face. You fuck! The fuck you doing? My blurry vision clears up. I see someone bent over me with a wide grin. You fuck. Gah! Covers my mouth with his hand before I can scream. Moving his face closer, he whispers, I wasn't expecting you to wake up. Oh wait, I wasn't expecting you to wake up. It's interesting how Usually you pick up my presents compared to everyone else. Thank you for being real. The other curse. It saved me a lot of trouble searching for it. Again? I rustle against the script. He effortlessly grabs my wrist with his other hand. It's you. Save. Yes, it was me. This time I would take you with. Like hell, that's happening. Yes, it will. Occasionally, our game ends here, guys. Nobody's killed, but damn. No way, he can read my thoughts. I need to get him away from me, Karaya. While Kachi has pinned down my arms, I can still move my leg. I forcefully shove a knee up into his guts, causing him to pull back. He's so sad. It is only then I realize he's floating a few inches above me. Eesh! I grab Kachi by the arm and I open the window and shove him out of my room. I quickly slam it shut. I'm pretty sure he can kind of pop up again. I quickly slammed it shut before he can react. What the heck? I waited for him to materialize back in my room, but he remains outside frowning at me. He can appear and disappear as he likes, but it must only work for places with entry points. Suddenly he flies downwards. It will not be long before he returns. I have to get him away from the house. I left off my bed and silently head for the guest room. I barged in without knocking and shakily was he awake. The kidnapper's here. Stay here and protect Ikiraya while I lure him away. What? His sleepy face looks at me with confusion, but sensing urgency in my voice, he nods. Look at the sky! It's so beautiful! Taking an umbrella with me as a weapon, I head out. It's not like I wanted to unalive Kachi, but he's being very annoying right now, and a good conk on the head might do him good. Stop pestering him, and it wouldn't happen. I had not done any research on the ways to stop a Shinigami, but I'm sure he must have some kind of weakness. You taking me on alone? I feel his breath on my back of my neck. In surprise, I turn around and swing my umbrella, but I hit nothing. He then appears before me smirking. You should have just stayed in that house. Smirking as black smoke rises from his shadow. Knowing him and his dirty tricks, I decided to run in the street. I wish I had powers like ZEIKUN, but this is hardly a fair match. After a while, I turn my head and realize that Kachi's right behind me. When he reaches his arms out to me, I think I am done for. The beast, Gerardo! Then something jumps between us, causing Kachi to pull back. The spirit I saw earlier, it stands productively before me and growls at Kachi. I see you got company. Not like it'll help you. He raises his arm and a Sith suddenly materialized in his hand without communication. The two start to fight. Kachi's attack are grand, but the spirit slips through them smooth like butter. I worried about spirit, but it seems like it's defending itself as well. However, I cannot seem to land an attack on its own. It cannot seem It cannot seem to land an attack of his own. Wanting to help, I wait for an opening before I leap forward and swing my umbrella at Kachi. He dodges it and moves away from either of us, lowering his fist. Team against one isn't exactly fair. That's the one who uses Shimigami powers whenever he wants. You're always so amusing. This is a waste of time. I'm better off taking that easier path. He turns away and heads back to the direction of my house. No, we gotta run. Oh no, he's going after Ikiraya. I bow politely to the spirit before rushing home. The house is silent. When I get back, I go upstairs to find Ikiraya still asleep with Ryoji sitting on the floor beside her. It seems like Kachi has not arrived yet. Are you alright? Where'd you go? Don't worry about it. I'm unharmed. I went after the kidnapper, but he got away. Guy, you're taking two crazy actions. Why didn't you call me for help? She woke you up. Who else is going to protect Ikiraya? I'm surprised at her ability to sleep through all this. That's so typical of her. I'll file a report to the office tomorrow. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you both safe. Did you see the kidnapper's face? Yeah, but he isn't someone from the village. A blonde, tall man with green eyes. He wears a white t-shirt and black sweater vest. Logie mumbles the time mark and nods slightly. Well, we're not dealing with... Never mind. Thank you, Ryoji. I think we should stay separate. Why the fuck would you do that? The perpetrator knows where I live now, so he might return. Perhaps Ikiraya could stay at the office for a while. Given that reason, you should come too. I have a better idea. Call out for guards around the place to set up a trap. Next time, they will surely catch him. Ryoji frowns and rubs his head. I hope you know what you're doing. No, you just report it anyway, Ryoji. Make her go to the office. With Chain out of commission, he has no enemies to keep him at bay. Ryoji, you should head back to sleep. I'll watch over Akira. Sleep together. By the way, before you go to bed, make sure to keep the window closed. Good night, Sky. Bad idea. The next day, I decided to check on ZEIKUN. I have no clue where ZEIKUN might be, but do you think to check the temple first? There are guards at the entrance of the forest, but I avoid them by taking a different path. I hope he is okay. Oh! See, he has horns! I find ZEIKUN in the corner, still in the same demonic form as last night. His clothes are torn from last night's battle with Chain, and I notice a wet blood still seeping through the fabric. His injury must have not healed yet. He senses my presence and looks at me with fierce narrow eyes, recoiling like a wounded beast. I freeze up at his glare, not daring to come closer. His expression softens when he realizes it's me. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's just you. Surprised at this form, I thought you were already aware of it. Now I wasn't sure. Are you scared now? I shake my head, unable to look away. This captivating appearance renders me speechless. Thinking about all the times I spent with them, I never imagined ZEIKUN would be like this. You don't know anyone, even if you know them for a long time. They can change. That's a true crime in me talking. He matches my gaze concerning something. When I step closer, he suddenly raises his arm, a ball of light suddenly forming at his fingertip. He launches it at me without another word. Oh shit. Huh? What? I recklessly raised my hand to shield myself. However, the ball seemed to hit something and burst into particles before it could reach me. What happened? So I was right. What do you mean? You're one of those blessed souls. You know about this too? Blessed? I told my soul is cursed. You raised an eyebrow at my statement? Huh, curse. You say it's only a curse to demons since you are immune to their spells. Wait, I'm confused. What do you mean? Why are you here anyway? He must have told you that I was dangerous. That's right, Kane told me that ZEIKUN was a demon, but I still don't believe he's the same demon from the legends. You saved me, and my friend too. He shoots another spot at me, but this time I do not bulge. It vanishes into thin air once again. So you're acting tough. However, your barrier doesn't work against physical attacks. ZEIKUN stands and walks towards me. I remain in my spot, lifting my chin to gaze definitely at him. As he approaches, you dumb as shit. I keep saying that, but whatever. Both his height and appearance makes him imitating, but I do not back off. He reaches for me, but stops short, meeting my gaze. Have you changed your opinion of me yet? Your injuries will get worse if you keep pushing yourself. I can fix him, she says. Worry about yourself, idiot. ZEIKUN lets out a sigh and pulls me away from me, mumbling in his usual tone. I hate being stared at I hate being stared at while I'm in this form. I'm sorry, you just look so intriguing. You're not as terrifying as I thought you'd be. I came to thank you for saving Ikuya. She's doing fine now. I knew you wouldn't hurt people. You don't know that. You both carry the same air about you. You mean she is blessed too? There are different types of blessing, but I don't know what they are. Yours seem like a sort of shield. Most blessed ones can reflect spells and can't be possessed by demons or spirits. Ironically, that makes them even more attractive to some species. Basically, for forbidden apples. This is why they should stay away and not get involved with the most dangerous affairs. He crosses his arm and gives me a serious expression. I feel like a child being lectured. A few moments pass in silence before he finally sighs and changes the topic. What are you going to do now that you know my identity? I'm going to spread the truth and change your reputation. If they know that you mean no harm, naive. No harm to no cause will stop hunting for you. It's useless to try to change the mindset. That's been the same for centuries. True. Even if they know the truth, there will always be a scapegoat. That's enough reason for them to hate me for all the misfortune. It won't do much good either. In the end, you'll be the one who gets hurt, so give up. I'm not giving up. Do you really think telling them the truth would solve everything? People believe what they want to believe. The fact remains that I'm a demon living in this forest. There's no use convincing those who won't listen. True. I'll make them listen. You're dumb. He's like, what the fuck? Nah. Idiot. What do you even know about me? I feel my chest ache when he directs his words at me. That gives me more reason to understand you. I do that hypocrite here. I keep giving you the benefit of the doubt, but you have a fixed view of me. For a moment, his expression softens. He looks as if he wants to say something to me, but quickly shakes his head. Don't trouble yourself over this. But I want to worry about this. We should show the villagers you're not a bloodthirsty killer. You know, the only way to change their mind is to expel their doubts about you. Maybe you work together with an investigator to catch the real culprit. I don't like him. Silence falls between us after ZEIKUN made clear that he does not want to change his reputation nor help. His words make sense, of course. It is difficult to change how people think. Have I been doing the impossible all this time? Yes! No, there must be a way. After all, the stories do not always stay the same after being passed down countless. He sits down near a futon I followed, taking a seat next to him. Being this close to him, I can see his wounds clearly. Blood stains on his clothes are so dark, it almost looks like ink. It's already been days. Why didn't you heal yourself? You did it to me once. It doesn't work on my own body. But the bullets were enchanted. But I already removed them. It takes a long time to heal. He averts his gaze and looks at his face, turns his face away. I wonder if it's the first time he's got hurt real badly. I imagine he hasn't been involved in the intense conflict for a long time. This means that he's been sitting in a corner trying to let it heal naturally for who knows how long. He must be so lonely. Is ZEIKUN aware of modern medicine? You don't know. I can't with this girl. Is ZEIKUN aware of modern medicine like pills, antiseptics, and such? Or has he never? He said the bullet was enchanted. It's not gonna do any good if that thing is working by magic. But he never look at it because he never tries to step into the village. How is that man doing? What do you mean, Chain? He died due to several blood loss from his injuries, although he was already covered in wounds before he fought you. I didn't mean to. Never mind. I think he's under the misconception that you took Ikuya. Because of that, he wanted me dead. He's after supernatural beings. He was after supernatural beings. So perhaps he suspected you as the demon. Do you? Of course not. ZEIKUN looks at me and shakes his head while hiding a smile. Oh shit. He lets out a deep sigh and lifts his chin to stare at the ceiling. You're right, I'm not the demon they speak about in the myths and the stories. That would be my grandmother. She grew greedy for power, leading other demons to turn against her. That what caused all those bad rumors. Eventually she reaped what she sowed. Balance fought its way back, and all that was left was this forest. This place is my only memory of her, so I stayed to protect it. With this collar, I'm chained to this place. It was her last gift. That's not a gift. That's a horrible, horrible one, if that is. What's that? Like a curse and a gift. She locked your freedom away. I was given a purpose to live. I don't care about the rest. When I was younger, though, I thought of leaving, but I gave up on that idea. Since these stories have been around for a long time, does that mean you're as old as the forest? He was not amused by that. I'm just as old as I look. You could have lived centuries with that iron face. I pity you for being misjudged all this time. It's what I deserve for what my ancestors have done. You're you. Their action doesn't decide your fate. Even if I change my path, my past is fixed. You people are so fixated on your history. We'll try to understand history so we can avoid repeating the same mistakes. But I admit that it doesn't always work. People stick to what they believe. You finally understood what I'm getting at. Right now I have nowhere else to go. I can only protect this forest. ZEIKUN scratches its head. It takes some time to get used to, but this place isn't that bad. I love it, it's nice. There are spirits living here, most of which can't protect themselves from humans. Oh, look at the little babies. Slowly growing, small glowing balls of light materializes, and that balls materializes in air and starts dancing around me. Shaped like marshmallows, they have characters written on them, girl and boy. If you can see them, they have decided to open up to you. Oh my, I can't believe the spirits look so cute. I watch them float in the air, they seem fun to play around with. I noticed ZEIKUN watching me with an amused smile. It is for the first time I have seen an expression like that. I cannot help but to blush. Most of them live in the forest, but there are a few wandering in the village as well. Some have harmful intentions though, so it's better not to trust any of them. Spirits and humans are not supposed to get along anyway. Would they attack humans? My job is to protect them from others, not the other way around. Wow, this is a whole new world. A new fantastic point of view, yeah. I've always been scared of things I can't touch, but you showed me a different side of them. Anyway, I think I figured out why so many people are getting possessed. There should be a guardian in this village who keeps corrupted spirits in check, but he disappeared long a while ago. I don't know what happened to him. I know numerous priests say the guardians I'm talking about is not human. That he originally lived in this temple before I got here. I wasn't real familiar with him, but I know he purifies the spirits. If he had been here, I wouldn't be in this mess to begin with. Is the guardian a demon like him or something else? Kachi is the only supernatural being I know of, but he's definitely not a guardian. We continue talking until night falls. It was already until night falls, so daylight is coming. ZEIKUN shares more about himself, like how he wants to treat demons and villagers as equal, yet distance himself from the latter. And if he did engage with the villagers, it was only to tell them off. That sounds oddly familiar. He also said that he would never meet someone as persistent as I am. Not someone as persistent as me, since I'm the only one who's stuck around on despite his warning. By the way, how did you get past the investigator at the entrance? I took a detour using the off-road. You're really asking for trouble. Well, the worst thing that can happen is me getting lost, but I have a map. Your people must be slacking off for missing a trespassing. Your people must be slacking off for missing a trespassing little girl. In that case, it might be safe to head out. Where are you going? None of your concerns. You might as well head home. What did we pack? I want to go with you. Let's be done. Let me go with you. I don't want to be left alone. You don't even know where He looks at me perplexly, scratching his head. Huh? Might be better than leaving you alone. I will lead you out to the forest after I'm done. The area is surrounded by the mist, which thickens as we walk further. I stick to him as close as possible so I will not lose him. A hot spring? Steam rises from the water and lingers off in the air. I'm guessing she's gonna drown in this, be like all stuck and be like, oh, oh. Lingers in the air. This must be the source of the mist then. You can suddenly start stripping. ZEIKUN, what are you doing? I can't reach my body fully closed, the fabric's in the way. That's not what I meant. Since we're already here, why don't you take a bath too? I personally shake my head. Come on, it's a hot spring. I want to do it. I personally shake my head, my teeth see the nap. It's probably just a hot thing. No, you're blushing like shit. Why not? There's nothing to worry about. ZEIKUN gives me a look over to head to feet, then averts his eyes. There's nothing to see anyway. What do you mean? I feel even more flustered after his words. I like this. I turn away from him when he unwraps the sash from his waist. Then something hits my shoulder. I grab it by instinct, growing more flustered when I realize it was his clothes. Keep those dry for me. I hear the sound of splashing as he walks into the hot spring. Hearing the noises make me flinch. What am I blushing for? I didn't see anything. Maybe I should give him some privacy? No. Go in the fucking water. I am about to step away when I hear a sharp intake of breath. Worried something happened, I turn around. My gazes immediately lock onto his body. Most of his wounds have already stopped bleeding, but I cannot tear my eyes away from the scars, large scars running across his back. In a way, he almost looks vulnerable. My cheeks grow hotter. ZEIKUN noticed my stare and calls out for me. Did you decide to join after all? But no! Can I wash your hair instead? Since I owe you for saving me, might as well repay the favor. He glances at me speechless and then gestures to come. I fold his clothes neatly and put them down before approaching him nervously. He's gonna dunk you in the water. He is going to dunk you in the water. I feel my heart beat faster. Boom, 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 boom. Even though I was not really prepared for this. I kneel to the edge of the spring as ZEIKUN wades closer to me, having never looked at him up close, but I did not realize how handsome he is. I wonder if it's really okay to approach him like this. I reach out to take his hair in my hands. I use my fingers to comb through it occasionally. I would love to do that. My hair is so thin. I want luscious long hair. So thick. I reach out and take his hair in my hand. I use my fingers to comb through it, occasionally scooping water to rinse it. When I accidentally touches his skin, he moves away. Sorry, does it hurt? No, I don't like being approached from behind. As you can tell from the scars, it never ends well. There are wounds that can't fully heal. After all, I'm not immortal. Most were left by demons, other humans. ZEIKUN averts his gaze and comes back to me. I gently pat his head in an attempt to comfort him. Pat, pat, pat. What? He's not a dog. I watch him listen up. I am glad he's more relaxed now. When I comb his hair from the right shoulder, my finger accidentally brushed over the scars. This time he stays put. I thought no human ever caught sight of you. What happened to them? I don't think any of them took me for the demon, but I had no choice to drive them away. I may have even injured some of them. Do you hate me for it? Nope. My grandma used to make sure humans didn't survive when they stumbled into the forest. I'm still not convinced. In my realm, death is common, but I thought humans were more valued to life. Why do you keep walking down this path? Well, you can't judge the ones who do. They always have a reason. If you're trying to chase me away, you can just stop. You know, my impression of you hasn't changed since we first met. You saved me time and time again, even though you weren't fond of me. Your heart is good. I can fix you. I knew from the moment that you weren't the bloodthirsty demon everyone talks about. He remains quiet as I continue to rinse his hair. He didn't really show it, but I think he does care about what the village thinks. If only they knew about his true nature. For that reason, I avoid people. I feel more comfortable being near the forest anyway, and I can keep a close eye on the spirits. I just want to live in peace instead of affairs going on out there. If they would only leave me alone. His last words became a whisper. I could not see his expression, but his voice sounded so sad. I wonder if that's what he really wants. Leave him alone! If he really did not care about his reputation, he would not bring it all this up. I trace his scars with my finger. They do not look like a simple stab wound. He must have let his guard down to have taken such clear hits. Lost in my thoughts, I almost do not hear ZEIKUN's next words. Thank you. The corner of my mouth curled up after hearing this. If you excuse me, I'm going out. Alright. I turn away as he steps out. After he gets dressed, I notice all the visible wounds have healed. I stared at his long hair, offered to braid it. I stand behind him while he sits on a rock. My finger comes through the fine strands. I wonder if all demons have such beautiful hair. When it's full moon, this place turns into a healing spring. If you bathe together with a demon or another powerful species, it will even heal humans from their minor injuries. Too bad I missed such a golden opportunity. Next time, maybe. That night, ZEIKUN brings me home saying that the streets were dangerous and that he wanted to assure my safety. Thank you for visiting me today. Oh, my first time, he thanked me so openly. I'm speechless. Although you shouldn't come too often. With that many people investigating the forest, you might get caught. Stay home. I'll visit you instead if necessary. My eyes widen at his words. Did I hear that right? Most spirits are active at night, so don't do stupid things. Not a chance with this character. She always does stupid stuff. Like that night when you ran into the forest. I can't help if evil things like those people are possessed or attracted to me. If you need my help, just call me by sending these spirits. He clenched his fist to reveal the two spirits from before, hovering over it. They float towards me before disappearing in thin air. They are invisible, but they will be guarding you. I can't believe you're doing this much for me. Thank you, ZEIKUN. Nothing. Turns away and dashes off into the dark street. The weekend passed peacefully. I rush to school with one thing on my mind. Kachi, once I find you, I will! Assume the chances of bumping into him are small. He must be aware that I'm not in a good mood. I make my way to the light classroom area in hopes to get a hint of how to find him. Oh, what the fuck? It's something like you. It's your twin. The way I accidentally bumped into a girl headed in the same direction. Judging from her unusual uniform, she might be a light student. I have never seen this person before, but she looks cute. I apologize quickly and want to continue to run. I noticed the teacher going for a lunch break. As if luck is at my side, I find Kachi sitting in a classroom surrounded by a few other students and no teachers. Hey, you're not permitted to be here. Yell him, ah! What should we do? Don't drag him. Yell at him. In response, I yell at him, Kachi, how dare you try to kidnap me and my friend? People are just gonna look at you crazy no matter what. You're going to pay for this. I don't know what you're talking about. The students watch us surprised. Oh, you know what I... He stands up and approaches me with a troubled face, covers my mouth. How could he reach it? Am I going down my mouth before I continue? After silence me, he grabs my arm and drags me out of the classroom. Once we step outside, he looks at me with a stern expression. What were you thinking, making a scene in front of those people? You sure got guts to show up at school after what happened last week. I'm an honor student, unlike those slackers I always attend. Don't think I'll easily forgive you for trying to hurt my friend twice. I pin him against the wall and look down at him with a devilish expression. What the fuck? What shall I do with not... What the fuck? No! Aware that he's defenseless, he can only enforce. He's gonna just do something back when he's back to being tall. What the fuck? Aware he is defenseless, he can only force an innocent smile. Being another student will improve your reputation. I knocked out a few years before. What do I have to lose anyway? Right, student. I'm aware of that. I saw your teacher going for his lunch break. He won't be back for a while. What might be better, I can report you right to the police. There were more witnesses that day. I have a piece of information that might be interesting to you. Shall we make a truce? His eyes look directly at me. I can tell it's not a lie. He says in relief as I loosen my grips. He's gonna come back at you harder. Why do you do this when he's small? Crossing my arms, I wait for what he has to say. Okay, you know there's people that keep going missing the past few days? I was at your place on Friday, and everything that happened that night was not my doing. Right. What happened, Friday? I feel like I'm missing something. As if I'm going to listen to you. The forest demon was there. It would have been troublesome if you saw me. I believe he's referring to ZEIKUN. Does that mean ZEIKUN was watching us that night when he was wounded? I stared at him for a while. He does not break into sweat. He must be telling the truth. Kachi lowers his voice. Someone or something is taking those people's souls, and the bodies left behind are becoming living corpses. In other words, they turn into zombies. How is that even possible? There must be a way to put the soul back, right? Don't look at me. I'm not a necromancer. Even if the soul is returned, when the heart is in no condition to beat again, it will remain dead. Dang, how are we supposed to get such a twisted person? By the way, how many souls have you collected, and how many do you have left to collect? I only took 2 souls. I still have a lot. Still have to get souls of you and your friend. Many were taken and turned into evil spirits. Once the souls are corrupted, it becomes harder for me to take them. Can't you change them back? I have only one job, which is collecting cursed souls. I don't have power for anything else. That means there must be a third party involved. You've feared those souls are cursed. Why? You haven't told me how cursed souls differ from normal ones. I think you just did. I think you just did now. Because it isn't something you shouldn't have. It goes against the way that demons are attracted to you. Only a Shinigami can purify your soul, so you have to live normally in your next life. Most of the cursed ones would willingly give up their current life because they couldn't tolerate demons that bothered them. There are some advantages of having a curse, this curse, like the inability of getting possessed, but I can think why anyone would want to stay cursed. I think it's more of a blessing rather than a curse, not being tainted. So far, you're the only supernatural being that's attracted to me. Kachi rolls his eyes and let out a sigh. Anyway, just know there is more death than I have taken lives. It really wasn't your doing. That was I've been saying the whole time. Why would I take an extra 100 souls for no reason? Even so, you're still guilty. I won't let you get Ikiraya on me. As if I'm going to listen to you. With a disapproving expression, I pinch his cheek. Struggling in my grip, he tries to escape, but his efforts are useless. I will spill your identity if you don't stop the kidnapping. Like anyone would believe you. You never know what people believe. I finally let him go and glare at him once again. He rubs his cheek and turns away. You even regret this. See? I gotta save. And I will be right back.